Man, what up? Get Money Sports Show, what up? It's the Get Money Sports Show, let's go. 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 Hey yo, let's go. Step in here, let's go. The Hawk can't hear, you ready? King Cote in here, you ready? D-DC, you ready? We about to talk sports, you ready? You know TKO Pro, Russell better ask the sheriff about them Colts. Ask DC about the Braves. B-fam, it's a whole new wave. Real men, we ain't never been whiners. King Cote gon' rep the Niners. Straight talk, you don't hear no slurs. D-minus gon' rep the Spurs. Ask Hawk about the Seahawks, but ask him all about anything. Going hard like it's all a dream. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's the Get Money Sports Show, let's go. It's the Get Money Sports Show, let's go. It's the Get Money Sports Show, let's go. It's the Get Money Sports Show, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. It is Saturday morning. It's the 4th of July, 250 years of American freedom, in quotations. You're not going to see none of them guys here today other than me. They are all off today, but I got a couple friends that come in here want to talk sports with me for a little bit. Let me introduce my good buddy, Craig Hendricks. What's going on, Craig?
Hey, how's it going? Yes, sir.
Man, it is going good. Yeah. I'm watching a baseball game last night, and it's adult, professional adult men's softball. And I just want to run through a rule here and see if you know what the call is. The bases are loaded. Okay. The pitch comes in. The batter hits the foul ball, and the catcher goes to catch it. It hits his glove and gets stuck in his mask to the point where he turns around to look at the umpire to ask him what the call is, and the ball is in his mask. What's the call? First of all, to all the people while Craig's thinking, baseball having a rule in this situation is crazy to me. There's actually a rule for this. Okay. So Hawk's coming in here now, and we'll do that part with him too. Adult men's professional softball. Bases are loaded. Batter at the plate. Batter swings. Foul ball. Ball tips catcher's glove and gets stuck in mask. Craig, what's the call?
The ball is still on his person. I think it would be an out. But if that was a rule, it's probably not. It's probably something else.
I mean, that could be the rule. It could be the rule. That's what I thought too. Hawk, you want to take a stab at it?
I mean, I think it would be out, but I could see where they could call it foul, because he didn't make an effort to catch it. He just got lucky because it got stuck in his mask. I could see where they could call it out.
All right. Well, here's the good part. Also, this is the 9th inning with 2 outs. Bases loaded. The whole drama thing. The actual call is dead ball, but there's an asterisk.
Okay.
All runners get to move 1 base forward. Game over. How are you feeling right now as that catcher?
Nah.
I'm with you.
That's the weird part right there. I don't mind it being called, whatever you said first.
The umpire calls dead ball. The count gets reset to what it was before that pitch.
Yeah, I'm fine.
But all runners get to advance the base.
No.
How you feeling, Hawk? Huh?
That's weak, and I know from my few times I've played adult recreational softball is that even if you get 2 fouls and then you hit the ball and it goes foul again, you're automatically out, even though no one made a play on it. Which, I mean, it's probably because most of those leagues are beer leagues and those dudes can't swing anyway, so they probably hit a foul ball 5, 6, 7 times in a row. It probably makes the game go too long, so that's probably why they do that.
I just saw that this morning going across Sports Center. So if you have a chance, you can watch it. It's very interesting. It's super interesting, and I sit there looking at it. I'm going, okay, I'm down with Dead. What? Why is he coming home? And then they show the rule, and I'm like, no way. That's a terrible way to lose the game, because you lose the game at the plate. The count was still 2-2, but you're out. The game's over.
The umpire even knew the rule.
Oh no, it wasn't like this.
Oh, okay.
The catcher was sitting there looking like this with the ball on his face, and they left the ball there. He just left it there while they were conversing. And then on the Sports Center thing, they actually showed the rule, and the print rule number, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Stephen A is the story today in my world. I just want to let you know what the current situation is. After the DeAndre Ayton trade, which I don't understand that one either. We'll get to that a little later. Stephen A went on his podcast, The Stephen A Show. The current team of starters in Los Angeles with the Lakers is Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, LaRavia, Kessler, and Quentin Grimes. I want to play this video and then we'll talk about it, because I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen the video, you have no idea where I'm going with this.
I just got to say it, y'all. Where the hell the Los Angeles Lakers think they going with a bunch of white dudes? Somebody had to say it, so I'm saying it. Your 3 top players are white dudes? Really? This ain't golf. This ain't baseball. Hell, it ain't even soccer.
All right. What I'm going to say is this. Stephen A is very respected by a lot of people, and he's followed by a lot of young people. He's very disrespected by a lot of people. Like, I can't stand him, but he's very good for headlines. He's an hour in a sports show. So I want to start up there with the Hawk. Hawk, this ain't baseball. This ain't golf. This ain't even soccer. Are those the only sports in Stephen A's world that white people are good at?
Hockey, is another one. But
Oh, he left that out there. Shit, I forgot about hockey.
yeah, I thought, specifically if you're just talking skin color from like black to white, it's like, yeah, there aren't. The one black guy they had in hockey, PK Subban,
Stud.
is a stud, and he doesn't play anymore. But like, just to understand how well respected he is, like ESPN hired him, and and all these other networks always bring him on to interview him and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a rare commodity to anyone of color for that to be in hockey. But you know what? Like, look, I don't know how people have responded to this, but he's not wrong.
Kind of both ways. It's
yeah, but he's not wrong. It's not like the white guys they got are just like, I mean, Luka's obviously great, but like it's not like the white guys he got 3 European white guys. Those are different types of white guys, but like we're talking about you got like some generic white guys, like white guys that like, if you were to poll some NBA fans, probably wouldn't know who they are, So it's like, I understand you got to do what you got to do. LeBron leaves town, but like this is the Lakers' own fault for like not having any type of plan B if LeBron decides to leave or retire. Which, what we know about LeBron at this point in his career, he will leave. Like, he left Cleveland twice. He left Miami. He'll go to another team, and look at it as it sits right now. Like, there are so many teams that are in the market for LeBron James that want him on their team. Just in the last, I'd say 24 hours, I've seen articles and notifications from like ESPN of rumors and stuff like that. LeBron has been linked to 10 teams.
It's actually 24. His agent said they've spoken to 24 teams.
Yeah, but like 10 that are like serious and he would even consider playing for and could potentially make it happen. But like Stephen A. Smith isn't wrong in this. Like, if you want to blame someone, blame the Lakers for being idiots. First of all, they shouldn't have drafted Bronny. Bronny's a bum. Everyone knows of the Suns. Bryce, the next son up, is the one that's going to be the better player than Bronny anyway. But like if you want to get this is the problem with America today. People get so butthurt about race and all this type of stuff. Sometimes it's a stereotype, and sometimes the stereotype's accurate, right? It's specifically when it comes to this. Like Stephen A. Smith is right. And he's not a Lakers fan. He's a Knicks fan. Everyone knows that. But it's just ridiculous that anyone could be upset about this. He's only telling the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts.
All right, Craig. So I'm going to give you their lineup. This is the first string lineup as of this morning. You got Luka, you got Reeves, Laravia, Kessler, and Quentin Grimes. Second string, you got Cameron Carr, Colin Sexton, and Sandro coming off the bench. So your bench is 3 black guys. You got 1 black guy. You're starting 5. Does it matter? There's only 1 black guy. Can LA compete with 4 white guys and a black guy?
I mean, they can compete, but when you I mean, they really got who was that you said? Laravia.
Laravia. I'm not going to try to say his first name because
I'm not sure who that is.
He's a power forward.
Okay.
Kessler is the center.
Yeah. But I mean, Stephen A. said what a lot of people were thinking.
100%.
But sometimes you don't say everything you're thinking. We've seen guys get fired for saying things, saying less. And I'm not a double standard type of guy, if it's good on one side. But like Hawk said, I mean, sometimes the truth
stings.
What you say might be the truth.
Yeah.
When I look at the 3, and now, like I said, I didn't know the power forward guy. When you're talking Austin Reeves and Walker Kessler, you really got 2 white guys in Luka, because Luka's a different type of dude. You can't put Luka with every other, with every other.
He's a European white guy, like I was explaining.
Yeah. He's Luka. Luka can play with anybody, anywhere, anytime.
Right.
Yeah.
So they can still win, but to get back to to what you said, sometimes that's a conversation to be had with the fellas, and so that's just how I feel about it. And so
I mean,
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, if I'm a sports reporter too, if there was an all-black hockey team, I'm definitely going to start reporting that I don't believe that an all-black hockey team could win a hockey thing. I'm all right with that. I'm not saying that black people suck at hockey. I'm not making it race. Right. I'm just
that's right.
Okay. I got you, Hawk. And I got that. Yeah. But if there's an all-white team and you play in a predominantly huge black sport, and then you play in a huge media spot like LA or New York, of course it's going to be news.
Yeah.
I think Stephen A. jumped on this before Pat McAfee did. I think Stephen A., if you look at it, I found out that Pat McAfee, his current contract is $18 million. He makes double what any sportscaster makes on that show. Stephen A. is nowhere close to Pat McAfee.
And Pat McAfee is negotiating a new deal for himself right now. So and there's talks that it could triple.
Right. So if you got some guy up there, a white guy, and keeping it real, we have to represent our cultures in sports. I'm all about that. And not about racial problems, but every culture needs to be represented in sports. You got a white sportscaster that everybody follows, and you got a black sportscaster. Stephen A. is followed. Big Perk is followed, okay? But if you had an all-black hockey team and a white reporter went up there and said, man, the Los Angeles, what's the LA hockey team? What do the New York? Okay, what do the New York Rangers? I know that team. The New York Rangers have an all-black hockey team. Mm-hmm. Man, that's going to be front news on every paper in the world in some aspect. So I really don't have a problem with Stephen A. I'm glad he said it before Pat did.
Unfortunately, that's the culture we live in today.
Yeah, freedom of speech is
Race,
huge.
race is at the front page of
It
everything.
is. Mhm.
So any kind of comment along those lines are going to get that kind of response. And so yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Facts. Hawk, throw those stats up. Okay, Luca's stats for last year. We'll do them one at a time. We don't have to. We know Luca's there, but just go ahead and throw them out there.
Okay, so Luka Doncic last year. This is the 2025-26 regular season stats.
Okay.
33.5 points a game, 7.7 rebounds, 8.3 assists, 47.5% from field goal range.
All right. Let's just go with the points per game here for a minute. Austin Reeves.
Okay, Austin Reeves.
So Luca's
Points per game, Austin Reeves is 23.3.
Okay. Then we got LaRavia. I think I saw him. He was 11.8. I can't if I remember correctly.
No, that's not right because I was just looking at him. First of all, that guy's first name is Jake. He is the most generic white guy first name ever.
So I was skipping his last name. I wanted to Jake LaRavia. Okay, and his point per game
8.2.
Okay, 8.2 for a power forward. What about Quentin Grimes?
And Grimes is at 13.4.
And then we got our center, Mr. Kessler.
14.4.
All right, quick math here. Somebody got a calculator? 33.5 plus 23.3 plus 8.2 plus 13.4 plus 14.4. What we got?
Here, I'll do it real quick.
That's like 91 points a game.
Okay, so I got 90.8. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't do the points.
Yeah, 90.8.
Okay.
Okay, and then we know most benches are going to average between 10 and 15 points a game. Can they win with 105 points a game? No. It's not enough.
Okay, I got 93.3, actually.
93.3 with the things. Then you take.
So even less. So even less than what you just said.
Well, is it fair to say 10 or 15 points from the bench?
I mean, listen, with a starting five like that, I would probably lean towards 15 because they're probably going to be playing the bench a lot more than most teams.
So let's just give them 20. They're going to average 113.3 points a game by paper from last year. Can they win the West with 113.3?
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. No.
There's too many good teams in the West. There's you got the Spurs. You got the Spurs. Who's gonna stop Wemby? Who's gonna stop the new additions that the Spurs got already this offseason?
It's not going to be Kessler. Kessler will be the worst defending center in the whole league on the West side.
Yeah.
All right. I think we beat that up enough. Stephen A., hats off to you. I'll bet you this, though. I'll bet you Stephen A. doesn't make that story if Pat McAfee doesn't work there. I think Pat McAfee puts a lot of unnecessary stress on Stephen A. to go outside his wheelhouse because he has to Pat McAfee's cussing on stage, okay, on ESPN.
Well, it's in his contract. That was part of the deal for coming over to ESPN. Is he says that he doesn't want to dumb down the cussing because, like, listen, he's not dropping the F word every 2 seconds or something like that, but they do cuss, and his big thing is like that's how people in the real world talk, which is true.
Especially,
but I think sometimes you have to remember that. And we've talked about this before. Talent matters in all areas of life, right? In the NFL, if a guy gets arrested over and over and over, or gets in trouble over and over and over, but he's like super talented, he's going to continue to have opportunities. So like in this situation with Pat McAfee, he gets the viewership numbers, and talent matters. He was the only show that had Aaron Rodgers on a weekly show. People like to see that, and so like there are other media outlets out there that wish that they could do that, but they don't have the ability to do that. They largely do that because AJ Hawk is on the show, and AJ played with Aaron Rodgers for a number of years. But the fact remains the same. Like,
He's still
they
there.
have the ability to get certain guys, so.
That's why I blame my fame. I'm at a certain fame level, but the reason why I'm not more famous is because the guys that I work with, none of y'all are famous. See, if I'm the leader of the show here and I'm writing the shows, if one of you guys was famous like AJ Hawk or Aaron Rodgers, we'd be a way better podcast than Pat McAfee. That's just my opinion.
I think I've always been not necessarily famous, but I've been like a good personality. Like
100%.
people know me, I guess, from here, but like outside of that, I live a very simple, regular life, and I like it that way. I wouldn't want to be one of those famous, like the Kardashians. Like, they can't even go to a regular store without being harassed by all types of paparazzi and stuff like that. They can't do regular things. I don't ever want to get to that point in life where I can't do regular things.
Well, just know you are famous. I mean, Craig's only been here like a handful of times, and I got a couple emails about Craig.
Uh-oh.
People asking about what Craig used to do. I thought I recognized him from back in the 70s. And I would just write back something like, yeah, that was him. He had a good game back in the day. I write back these generic emails.
Yeah, I would if someone was like, if someone said they recognized Craig from like something. I used to see Craig at the strip club all the time. I'd buy into it. I'd be like, oh yeah, Craig was over there.
No, that would have been his son. Craig's a pretty straightforward guy. I'll bet you Craig. Now, Steven.
They weren't selling wings back then, but
now, Steven, I can see Steven at the strip club. I can see that. All right, let's go to our next thing here. Hawk, you said you want to talk about this American League, and I cannot wait to controverse with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I guess my big question here is, as we look at this Major League Baseball season, like, what in the world is going on with the American League as a whole? You look at the National League, right? It's a lot more competitive. Mm-hmm. And as it stands right now, it largely doesn't matter who makes it like to the World Series, because if you're the National League representative, you have to imagine that whoever's the National League representative is going to win the American League, unless a handful of teams catch some fire and start to get hot and play a heck of a lot better. Let me read you let's start with the National League real quick. So the top 5 teams in the National League by record are the Dodgers, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Braves, the Cubs, and the Phillies, right? Those records are 58-31, 54-32, 51-35, 49-39, and 49-39, right? Then you go to the American League. The top 5 teams are the Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees, the Cleveland Guardians, the Chicago White Sox, and the Texas Rangers / Seattle Mariners. I've watched the Seattle Mariners all season because that's my team. We are in a division with the Oakland, San Bernardino, Las Vegas. I don't know what they are. They move every 5 minutes. We're in a division with them. We're a division with the Angels, who also move every 5 minutes. We're in a division with the Texas Rangers, who consistently are putting players on the IL like every other day. We're in a division with the corpse of the Houston Astros. So you look at a division like that and you're like, oh, okay, that team should be mopping up that division. But we're not. We're a half game behind the Rangers right now,
who have 45 wins.
And so 45-44. Why a team that is... So let's put it in perspective, right? The Cleveland Guardians are the 3rd best team in the American League, and they are 5 games above 500. And if you go over to the National League, the Dodgers, who are the best team in the National League, are 27 games above 500. So my question is, what the hell is going on? Why is the American League struggling so much? Does it have anything to do with free agency and like the better players moving over? Sometimes it's like the better bats move over to a certain or to a certain league, or the better pitchers come over to a certain league or something like that. But what is with the what feels like night and day with if the National League is day and the American League is night? Like, what the heck is going on? Why is the American League as a whole struggling so much?
All right, so Hawk, while I'm talking, pull up your Google thing and write, how does the American League stack up against the National League in Major League Baseball this year? All right, so this is what I got. The National League, every division leader has 50-plus wins.
Mm-hmm.
In the American League, the Yankees are the only team with 50 wins. They have 51 before last night. The White Sox have 45 and the Rangers have 45, which, by the way, 45 wins does not put any of those teams even in third place in any division of the National League. But here's the problem. Oh, and by the way, the only American League game last night that was American League versus National League, the Marlins beat the A's 12-5. Here's the part that Hawk's looking at right now, which he's probably confused about, because the American League on stats is kicking the shit out of the National League. They're just not winning. If you look at it right now, the American League is winning 102 and 88. The National League is 98 and 92. We are 4 games behind. And then what comes into play the most, I read in that paragraph, was run differential. The American League is plus 14 in runs, while the National League is plus 10 in runs differential, which means the American League is winning by 14 runs and National League is winning by 10 runs, which is 4 runs more. Craig, you hear this stuff while Hawk's looking. Who do you think is the stronger team now? Because you heard Hawk's argument, and then you heard the numbers. Who's winning?
I still got to go with the National League. You know, the best teams in the National League are much deeper than the teams in the National League. I mean, from starting pitching, bullpen.
There it is, right there.
They just better. You know, I don't know what the ERA is, or you know, I really hadn't. You know, these new stats that they got now, I really don't even understand them. You know, WAR, and I don't understand all that. I know batting average, I know ERA, and you know, things like that. You know, so y'all gonna have to help me with that other stuff. But yeah, the teams in the National League are just deeper. And you know, once they get to the to the playoffs, and you know, once they get to the World Series, the National League, I believe, will dominate the American League.
Mm-hmm. So, Hawk, you're reading that paragraph. I'm hoping it's the same one that came up there on that co-pilot thing or whatever it is. Do you notice the one stat they don't have anything in there with is pitching? What? Pitching. They have every stat in there about home runs, base running percentages, and they got everything in there about the American League leading us. But you know the one thing they're not leading in? I had to go to another search. Their bullpens suck. Their bullpens suck. Like the Braves. Everybody's talking about the Braves right now. You ask me about the Braves, I know about my Braves. Okay? We've lost 11 out of 13, but we beat the Mets last night. But you know what we didn't do during those 11 out of 13 games? Izzy still is 39 for 39 in saves. Okay? Our closers in the National League, name the best American League closer. You will have to think a long time unless you go to one of the classics. Like, hats off. I'll take the time to put that stat out there from last night. Hats off to Aroldis Chapman. He set the reliever record last night with 1,364 Ks.
Well, I actually do have the closing.
Okay.
The pitchers with the most saves this year. This is just by saves, so I don't know if this is specifically closers or what. But Cade Smith for Cleveland has 26 saves, and that leads the American League. And
11
then
behind.
Brian Baker for Tampa Bay has 23. Jacob Latz from
Brian
Texas
Baker.
has 18.
Brian
Uh,
Baker.
Brian Baker from Tampa Bay has
Exactly.
23.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That's a closer.
Right.
All right. Now coming
Um,
out of the bullpen, Brian Baker. If I'm at bat, I'm not scared.
Okay, but if I go over the National League, let's see what the National League says with their saves. Riley O'Brien with St. Louis has 21. Juan Duran from Philly has 21.
See, listen to these
Mason-
names, though.
Mason Miller from San Diego has 21.
Guy's a stud.
He is a stud. He's the best. He's the best closer in baseball.
I think so. I think Mason Miller is absolutely the best closer in baseball, 100%.
Paul Sewald from the Diamondbacks has 19.
Yep.
And then Iglesias from Atlanta has 17.
And 39 for 39 from last year. I mean, come on. The National League, the reason why we're winning, the reason why the good teams are winning more than the American League teams is the bullpen. That's what it is. Yeah.
Which
Anyway.
if you think about it, over the last few years, like that hasn't really been the case.
It's facts.
Like the National League has like really held their own, but when you're talking about pitching dominance, it was the American League.
We were the home
Like,
run hitters and they were the pitchers. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I look at my own team, the Seattle Mariners. Like, we're getting touched more this year than we have in the past 3 years. I look at a team like the Houston Astros that have completely died and fell apart. They used to have some pitchers. They don't have those pitchers anymore. And then just like I guess the crop or the wave of guys that have retired over the last 3-4 years, you've had some pretty good guys retire, or some guys that they haven't retired yet, but you can tell they're not their dominant self anymore. And so some of that stuff is going on. And so I know for my team, there's one guy who's a pitcher right now that I'm looking for him to get called up like tomorrow, because we got a guy like Luis Castillo. He's on the back end of our pitching rotation who pitched last night and only gave up 2 runs. Not a big deal, but like, he's not Luis Castillo anymore. He's not that. And we have a guy, Cade Anderson, who's with our AAA affiliate, and is a stud and could strike out MLB guys right now, but they don't want to rush him up. But I'm like, hey, if you have a need, pull the guy up, but so I don't know. But I'm sure there's a bunch of other teams that are in similar types of positions where they're like, we need to call this guy up because we have a need. But you know how like the front offices get with service time and all that type of stuff. So
baseball definitely has a pecking order. But back to the NBA here, Craig. Jaylen Brown to the 76ers for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. How are you feeling about Mr. Brown?
Okay. I what I want to talk about as far as the trade went is and I think it's a great trade for the 76ers, not so much for for Boston. But that guy last year had one of the best seasons that he ever had. He was in the running for the MVP. He averaged 28 points, almost 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Coming off the Finals MVP from last year, and they still didn't give him his due. Jason Tatum is and always will be the big dog on that team, and I think after a while he started to feel a little disrespected. With Tatum even being out, most of last year, and he led them, most of the year to that. I think they finished second, maybe in the East, and so and then when he got traded, now he made a statement that if he had got traded for Giannis, maybe he wouldn't feel so bad. He said he got traded for
Paul George,
for old Paul George,
Old
a couple
Paul
of picks, and hey, he wanted to stay in Boston. He said he wanted to stay in Boston, but I think it was the lack of respect, and sometimes it's just the communication. They didn't really communicate with him, and he kind of felt they owed him that. And so but but to move him to one of your rivals like that too, I don't think that was too far, because he's coming to a vengeance every time he comes into the Garden. So
when he said he awoke the animal, woke the beast.
Yeah,
y'all want to see the villain? You've made the villain. He was talking to Boston, right?
Oh yeah,
100%. I can't wait for the 76ers to play Boston. That'll definitely be a sellout. And hats off to Jaylen Brown for getting a little respect. I'm with you. If I'm Jaylen Brown, I don't want to be traded for old-ass Paul George either. We'll go to another trade here. Hawk. Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors for Brandon Ingram, Grady Dick, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap. How you feeling?
I mean,
somebody got raped.
Not just that, but like the Raptors, they're living this nostalgic act or something, because this is the Kawhi Leonard that left Toronto when you guys won the NBA championship is not the Kawhi Leonard you're getting.
Facts.
Listen, when Kawhi Leonard is healthy, and that is a massive if and when, he's as good as it gets. But the problem is Kawhi Leonard hasn't been available for 5 years.
He's rested.
So the fact that Toronto was willing to give up that type of capital to get Kawhi Leonard back is absolutely crazy. And where was Kawhi Leonard at? He's with the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
The Clippers got a haul, and they got to be super happy because that money is off the books and you're getting all this stuff in return. And guess what? It's not like you're going to be jealous or be envious of oh, look at Kawhi in Toronto. Look how good he is. That ain't happening. Dude's going to go over there and do what he did in Los Angeles. He's going to do what he did in San Antonio. He's going to do what he did everywhere he's ever been. He's going to get hurt, and he's not going to be available. So hats off to the Clippers for being able to just absolutely fleece the Toronto Raptors. And you know what? And if it had to happen to someone, I'm glad it happened to a Canadian team.
There you go. That was well said in a way. I got to talk about this, and I did this on a purpose last, even though it's the oldest trade. Giannis and Bobby Porter to Miami. All right, let me catch my breath here because there's a lot going on here. 4, Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez Jr., and Kasparis, Jack. 3 first-round picks and a pick swap. I recently found out that we got a ball facilitator. Tim Hardaway Jr. has gone down there. That was not my choice, but somebody did predict that, and they did hit my phone. That was Corner Steve during the show. We all told him that he's full of shit. Guess what happened? I want to know y'all's opinion. Craig, can Tim Hardaway Jr. facilitate the ball? Now, we'll come back to that. Can Tim Hardaway Jr. facilitate the ball to Giannis and Bam and be productive in Miami?
No,
I don't think so either.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is a shooter. He's always been a good spot up shooter.
100%.
But as
he
far
can't
as
dribble.
No, they're gonna still have to find a point guard or somebody, point forward, something. But no.
What do you think, Hawk?
It's not.
Well, let me put it this way. My team is the Sonics, and they don't exist. So I because I live in Texas, I'll watch Mavericks games from time to time. And Tim Hardaway Jr. played in Dallas with Luca and all those guys for a little bit. And I said this last week on the show. Tim Hardaway Jr. is about as ice cold as it gets. That dude will have one game where he drops like 20-something points, and then you start thinking, oh man, this dude might be all right, you know? And then all of a sudden, Tim Hardaway Jr. is in the witness protection program for 15 games. And you're like, where's the dude that just dropped 20-something points or whatever? The amount of games that guy has played with 0 on his stat line is crazy. It's like, bro, you have a basketball name outside of everything else. You have a basketball name. I would have a problem with going out there and being that level of a bum. That's my issue.
points.
Yeah.
13.5 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 1.4 assists per game, 44% from the free throw, from the free field goal.
So when you see a stat line and a specific stat that says 1.4 assists a game, what in your Miami Heat brain makes you think that Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to go to your team and know how to facilitate?
All right, that covers that. Now we got to get this one spot here because this is the important one. Each one of us is going to get an opinion, and then we're going as of today because tomorrow something could happen, and this could all change. Where is LeBron going to play in 2027? And in my opinion, I thought this out a little bit. The signing of Tim Hardaway Jr., when we know we need a ball facilitator, I really think LeBron is going to go back and try to get a ring in Miami. I'm happy about the ring. I'm just not happy that LeBron's going to get credit for it. I hope most of the credit goes to the team, but I just, that's my opinion. Craig?
Okay, I got 3 choices. Where I think he's going, where I want him to go, where his best chance for winning is.
All right, I like it.
All right. I think he's going back to Cleveland. Just so he can do like a farewell thing at the at the crib or whatever. So that's what I think he's going. I would like to see him. I want to see him play with Steph. That'd be must-see TV. I would not miss one game with him and Steph playing.
I mean, it'd be interesting.
To me, his best chance to win a championship would be to go to Philly to play with that team with
Tyrann Maxey.
Tyler Maxey.
Isn't it Maxey and him? Don't they got like beef or something? I know they could squash it for a ring, but aren't they beefing?
I hadn't heard about it between them.
All right. How about you, Hawk? Why don't you do the same thing? I like the way that went. I'm going to come back to that.
Okay, yeah. So my favorite, I think, has to be Golden State, and it's not because of championship this or whatever. It's just if you look at the sometimes when you are communicating with people, body language says everything, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have to talk to them, but their body language gives away how they feel, right? So just like that, in this, the body language of the Golden State Warriors is giving away everything.
Yep.
They have specifically made some moves to get rid of people or whatever, to adjust money, whatever, so that they could be in the market to be able to get LeBron James, right? A big thing here is Steve Kerr coached LeBron with Team USA, right? LeBron is close with Steph Curry. LeBron was going to Steph Curry college basketball games when Steph Curry was at Davidson and helped with him transitioning into the league. And the other thing, and probably the biggest piece that people aren't really paying attention to, is that Draymond Green specifically rejected the offer, and he's going into free agency. And the reason he's going into free agency is because he's going to give LeBron a chance to sign first, and then he's going to come in and he's going to sign his deal to return to Golden State. That is my prediction. The other one, if this is the LeBron that it's always been, the ring chasing LeBron, he's going to the 76ers.
Yeah.
That's going to be his best chance to win. You're talking about a 76ers team with Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid. And LeBron has a good relationship with the new president of the Sixers, Mike Gansey. So all that stuff plays a part. And so if he's going after a ring, he's going to Philly. But if he's going to a team that he feels could potentially win a ring or potentially come out of the West, he might go to Golden State.
All right. So using Craig's formula, I think he's going to Cleveland. I want him to go to Miami so we can have a ring. And if he's chasing a ring, he's going to go to Philly. I agree with that. That team right there would be sick. Sick. All right, let's see here. Before I get to this last story, make sure I didn't cover everything here. Ohtani. Oh, yeah, we got to cover a couple things around the sheet. Ohtani has allowed multiple runs in his last 4 starts. This is the same pattern he had last year where he came out the gate pitching-wise, doing great, and right before the All-Star break, he started losing games and finished the year terrible. Do we see a trend here? Will Ohtani finish the second half bad again, going off this recent multiple runs getting out in the last 4 games?
Man, it's actually so difficult to predict bad Ohtani, because we've only ever seen good Ohtani, So it's like, I'm gonna say no. I don't think we're gonna see a repeat in the second half, just because this is the first time we've seen him, and it's not even bad. That's the thing; it's not bad. It's just not Ohtani,
Right.
It's not pure dominance, which is what it's always been with Ohtani. So it's like, oh, so you're telling me he's not an alien or he's not a robot? He's like an actual regular person. Oh, shocker. Okay. So I think there's going to be some, I guess, regression back towards, if you want to call it regression, but kind of like back towards who he is.
I mean, when you set the bar so high, Craig, and you're the superstar pitcher, when you pitch a little bad, and by the way, giving up multiple runs in your last 4 starts, it was 2-2, 3-2.
That's what I was about to say.
I mean, come on, man, Craig. What do you got to do to keep this Ohtani status?
Yeah. I mean, he can't shut him out every week, man. Come on. And I saw one of those games, and I don't know who their new catcher is, but
he sucks.
Oh my God!
Sucks.
Ohtani, I think Ohtani wanted to have him sent to the guillotine or something. Man. I mean, he was
irate.
He was trying to make Ohtani not do the challenge and stuff, man. Ohtani was like, that's a strike, So he had to do it himself, man. But I mean, like Hawk said,
Oh, you're talking about Dalton Rushing, right?
Yeah, they almost got in a fight last night.
Yeah, man.
The catcher and the pitcher of the same fucking team, and the Padres are going, let it go, man. Fuck. I ain't going nowhere.
You know who used to do that? Is if you remember the name Framber Valdez, he used to pitch for the Astros. Yeah. He threw that pitch without the catcher looking, and it hit the catcher right in the mask or in the chest or something like that. And dude put his hands up, and I'm like, this Framber Valdez dude is a punk and needs to get beat up by his own teammate.
Brian McCann tells a story of one day when Greg Maddux told him to get his fat ass back behind the plate and just catch the ball. I'm like, when you're a stud pitcher and you've got this persona about you and you're just a catcher, and I hate to say just a catcher, I was a catcher. Get your fat ass back there and catch the fucking pitch, man.
But also it's Greg Maddux, so you kind of just do what he says.
That's what I'm saying. If Ohtani tells you to fucking call the pitch, you fucking just do it.
Do it.
What was his name? Harold Rushman? You don't even have a name yet.
He was right. He was right every time. Ohtani,
exactly.
He was right every time. So, but then too, Ohtani, he might need a little rest, man. I mean, this guy plays every day, and then he pitches on the day he, I mean, come on. Give him a little break, but like Hawk said, we looking for shutout Ohtani. We're looking for that every time, man. That's just
And Otani's also not like having a good year from a batting perspective either.
I mean, compared to Otani numbers, but to the league, he's still way above average.
Right.
Well, his batting average is at 288, which is tied for 22nd in the league. That's not that 288 is not.
That's not Otani.
That's not
Okay.
Otani or anything
Okay.
close to it.
How
Go
many home
look
runs
at-
you got?
18 home runs,
Okay.
That's not
50
bad. I mean,
RBIs.
come on, man. 50 RBIs, 18 home runs. It's not even an all-star break yet. It's not even here
No,
yet.
I understand that, but like we're talking about what Otani has always been to what
Right.
he is right now.
I mean, Otani has set the bar too high for himself.
Hey, all I'm saying, listen, DC, all I'm saying is you keep that same type of energy when you're talking about my boy Cal Raleigh. It's
Right.
not the All-Star break yet, okay?
I want Cal to play so bad. So bad.
Yeah.
We got to get this other story here too, because I got two here. I might be a little bit over an hour, guys. If you have to go ahead. I got to touch this story because it's getting older, and I missed it last week. The Buffalo Bills will not honor O.J. Simpson at the new stadium, even though his number was the very first number retired at Ralph Wilson Stadium, and the man's dead. Let's not forget he's fucking dead, okay? Craig, what are we doing to the memories of O.J. Simpson? Is it more important that he beat that white woman up?
Okay, I'm trying not to laugh here.
It sucks, man. He's
OJ was always one of my favorite running backs. Top 3 running backs of all time, in my opinion. If you saw the juice at USC, you had to love with him. But I mean, yeah, he did some things that, but he never was. He never was found guilty now. So, but
allegedly.
Allegedly, there you go. And so he had probably the greatest season in Buffalo Bill history. When he ran for 2,000 yards. I mean, come on.
And that was in the 70s, man, when people were hitting people with blood.
So you got to. I mean, my God. I see it both ways, but me myself, I got to hang Juice's jersey somewhere, man.
I mean, I'm a Raider fan.
Man,
I'm going to petition to the Raiders just because he did so much to us in the days. We'll hang his jersey for you. Hawk, how do you feel about OJ will not have his number retired as of next year?
I think it's BS. I think that you have every ability, human beings have every ability to isolate the football career versus what he did after his football career. And there's no doubt that he was a great football player. And by hanging his jersey, by no means does that mean that you're like advocating or supporting the things that he did later in life. Like, whatever. Like, yes, he was a horrible human for the other stuff that he did. But like when he was playing, you were happy as hell to sign him to a contract and do all that stuff, have him on your team and all that, So like, it is what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like the in professional wrestling, it's the Chris Benoit rule, where they're like, "Oh, we just don't want to talk about you at all." Craig, you don't watch wrestling or anything, right?
No, I don't.
So-
Not yet. Not
Chris-
yet. We're
Chris
going to get him.
Okay, but Chris Benoit was a guy that was considered in his prime at the time of his death, and he was one of the best technical wrestlers there is, but he went crazy, and a lot of people say it's from like concussions and stuff like that, and he murdered his wife and his kids and then killed
family.
himself.
Whole family.
And so like it is very possible to isolate both of those things. Even in the Chris Benoit case, you can give him credit for the things that he did,
Right.
while still saying like, okay, I'm gonna draw a line right here. Once all the weird stuff started, that's something completely separate. You can still honor him for what he brought to the sport, and then anything after that, you just like, you're not in support of, obviously. But I think they're doing OJ Simpson wrong. And like DC, like you said, the man's passed away. Like normally when people pass away, they get a little bit of respect, But Nothing.
I mean, the thing this reminds me of, and this is the Ray Lewis thing. Like, we saw Ray beat his woman in the elevator. We don't care what happened before that. We saw you hit her. He still got a statue. He still got
No,
a number.
time out. You're talking about Ray Rice, not Ray Lewis.
Oh, my bad.
Do not disgrace the name of Ray Lewis that way. And
Right.
listen, let's be honest. If Ray Lewis wasted his time hitting a woman, that woman would not be on planet Earth anymore. Ray Lewis is a terrifying man.
We're just talking about some of the things that some of these football players have done and haven't lost, and baseball players and hockey players and soccer players, and they have numbers off the wall. I just don't. I think as a franchise, what would Buffalo be without O.J. Simpson? Well, we're fitting to find out, because there's going to be kids going to this new stadium, and they're not going to see a number up there anymore. They're not going to hear stories about the juice. There won't be any like halftime highlights. They're completely taking OJ out of the books.
Do they have any other numbers up there? Or?
Yeah. They got.
Okay, I was going to say, there's no way they've only retired his.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just the first one to get retired in that stadium they played with it all these years. You know,
Okay.
and just I don't know. We got to go to baseball because we got to make our picks. Hey, the men's U.S. national team got a red card. Y'all chill. I'm gonna tell you who the guy's name is, because obviously I know it really good. Ricardo Pepi on Monday night is going to become a new U.S. men's national team hero. He said he's been waiting on the bench. It's hard to play behind this guy because he never sits down. He's going to be the guy subbing in for Florian Balogun, who got a red card, and we're just going to touch on that. We can talk about it more next week. Baseball games. We're going to go to each one. If you want to play the game, let me know. If not, you can just say skip. Pirates at the Nationals. Craig.
I must didn't get that part of the email. But okay, we're gonna.
Oh no, I got it here. I just did some more.
Okay.
Pirates versus Nationals. Oh, you're not going to be able to see You're not going to be able to see the ones you want to pick.
Okay.
If you guys want to take one off later in the game in the thing, I get what you're saying. You can't see the whole list.
Well, I'm gonna let me at least go pull up the pictures for today. Can you give me that?
Yeah, Hawk, you don't have the list either, right? You got the games in front of you. I didn't think about that.
I just have the games in front of me on ESPN.
Okay, so if you guys need to change something, that's fine down the road. Let's get to our 10. The Pirates are playing the Nationals today. I'm taking the Nationals. The Nationals are still leading the league in runs scored per game and runs given up per game. But I'm going to say the Nationals are going to win this one. Hawk, you want to play this one?
I'm going to play this one, but I'm going to take the Pirates. They have Ashcraft going.
Great pitcher.
I like him. He's a good pitcher. He's 8-3. So give me the Pirates.
Craig?
Yeah, I'm going with the Pirates as well.
Okay, that sounds good. The next game up is the Twins versus the Yankees. I didn't know that the Twins were still playing baseball. Give me the Yankees. Hawk?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Yankees too, because the Twins. What are they're 42-47. They're 5 games under 500. Yeah,
Wow.
just
I didn't even have them that high. I thought they were still in the
me
30s.
either. I didn't think that they were that good. Honestly, maybe they got away with something. I don't know.
Craig, you playing that game?
Oh yeah, Yanks.
Yankees. All right, next game up is the Tigers versus the Rangers. Man, I don't know what the Rangers are doing. They're either a baseball team or a soccer team, and you can't play baseball when you're playing soccer. I'm not playing this game. Hawk?
I'm leaving this game alone.
Craig?
Yeah, I'm leaving alone too.
Next
Hey,
game up.
also, real quick, DC, Flaherty is pitching for Detroit today. You never thought you'd hear this. He's 1-8 with a 4.97 ERA.
Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that he's not getting run support. And we
Yeah,
all know
well-
Detroit is having problems scoring runs right now.
Yeah.
Next game up is the Blue Jays versus the Mariners. These are two teams that I find could beat the shit out of any team out there when they want to, but I don't know when they're going to play. I don't know when the Mariners are going to play, and I don't know when the Blue Jays are going to play. I'm not touching this game. Hawk?
I'm touching this game because I do every week, but I'm gonna take Seattle. We lost last night, and I don't know if you saw this, but Julio Rodriguez is on the 10-day IL because the other day he was on first and someone hit the ball, and then the guy turned, like fielded the ball and turned to like throw towards second to start a double play, and the ball hit Julio Rodriguez in the back of his head.
Square.
Yeah. Crazy.
It was a loud
I'm taking
knock.
Seattle,
The
though.
ball got hit twice.
I'm gonna take Seattle though.
Craig, you playing this game?
Hopefully they do something.
No. Let's skip.
All right, skipping that game. Next game up, we got the Orioles versus the Reds. Hunter Green, when he came into the league, was my stud. So every time Hunter, there's two pitchers that I will go with, no matter who they're playing, except for the Braves. That's Hunter Green and Michael Wacha. And I don't know why. Waka, Waka, Waka. It's kind of cool. Hunter Green is going to beat the Orioles today. Give me the Reds. Craig, you want to play that game? Orioles versus Reds?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Cincinnati, even though they sent my guy down. Will Benson got sent down to the minors, but I'm sticking with the Reds as well.
Sometimes that's a good thing, Craig. I'm just going to tell you that. Sometimes going down to the minors wakes you back up. That bus ride over a plane ride will really wake your skills up. Hawk, you play this game?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Reds as well.
Okay, I like that. I like support. White Sox at the Guardians. The White Sox are hot and the Guardians are hot. I'm not playing this game. Craig?
Yeah, I'm going with the Guardians. I see this Messick pitching today, so I'm gonna go with him.
All right, Hawk?
I'm leaving this game alone.
All right, next game up is the Rays versus the Astros. The Rays are tearing everybody up. The Astros get good games every once in a while. Give me the Rays on the road. Craig?
Yeah, going with the Rays. Terrible.
Hawk?
I'm going to Rays as well. And just a quick reminder that I reminded you before the baseball season started, Get Money Sports prediction, that the Astros would miss the playoffs. And I'm not looking too shabby on that right now.
You are definitely looking pretty good on that. Ask DC about the Braves. We are lost 11 out of 13. But last night, we beat the Mets. And tonight, Chris Sale's on the mound. Give me the Braves over the sorry-ass Mets. By the way, Soto. Sign language, baby. Craig, you know what, Craig? Soto, as a Braves fan, we all hate Bryce Harper. We all know that, and we know why. And I'll tell you why I do. It's not his talent. Every time he comes to the plate, and he's done this since he got to Atlanta, the very first time, when he goes to the left side, he drags his cleat through our fucking A. Well, guess what? Now Soto has gone down, and the right leg of the A, he wipes it off.
Okay.
You know, y'all are fucking with the wrong ducks, okay? You're going to, I don't like that. Anyways, give me the Braves over the Mets. Craig, what you got?
Yeah. Braves all day.
Hawk?
I'm going to take the Braves as well. On top of Chris Sale playing, Sean Manaea is pitching for the Mets. And that dude was good and made the All-Star team, and then he signed with the Mets and fell off of the planet completely.
Facts. I think he got his first Coney dog or something and forgot how to pitch. I mean, Sean Manaea used to be a good pitcher. I remember him in San Diego, too. Cardinals versus the Cubs. Man, the Cardinals are scoring a lot of runs. Dansby Swanson had 6 home runs in 5 games. I'm not touching this one. I don't feel like there's a clear winner there anywhere. Craig?
Can you tell how many I got left?
You have 6 picks. You got 4 picks left.
4 left? Okay. No, I'll pass on that one.
Hawk?
I'm going to take the Cardinals on this one.
Man, they're scoring a lot of runs right now.
Yeah.
The Phillies versus the Royals. Man, the Phillies. I'm going to ask DC about the Braves. Y'all better start worrying about them Phillies, bro. Them Phillies are playing really good baseball as soon as they fired that head coach. Like a lot of people don't know, the Phillies fired their coach, and isn't it Mattingly that's there now? Who's the head coach of the Phillies? I know it's a big guy. I just can't remember. I think it's Mattingly. No, it's not Mattingly. Who is it? Is it Mattingly? We'll find out here in a little bit. But, yeah, give me the Phillies over the Royals. Craig, who you got?
Yeah. Phillies all day.
Or was it Mattingly? I don't remember. Who you got there, Hawk?
I'm gonna take Philly as well.
The next game up is the Giants versus the Rockies. I don't care. I'm going to be honest. I don't think neither one of these teams can play baseball, but I'm going to skip this one. Craig?
Yeah, I'm skipping that one too.
It is Don Mattingly.
It is Don Mattingly. Look at that. DC gets one right. Ever since Matt, and let's go. His name is Donnie Baseball. Come on. The guy knows baseball in and out. If you go up there to Philly, you don't have to like the team, but you can see you got all this talent. All you got to do is, by the way, Walt Weiss, stop changing the fucking lineup. I meant to say that during the Braves thing. This is when you change the lineup every week, this is what happens. Ozzie hit a home run last night in the 6-hole. When he comes up here today into the locker room because you're changing the order every week, because he hit a home run last night and Matt Olson hit 2, they're all thinking they need to go up in the order because they had good performance. When they come in there and they're in the same spot, you're fucking with their mental. Yeah. Leave the talent alone. Put Drake Baldwin back at the top, then put in 14, Dubon, and then go Matt Olson, and then figure it out. But leave it alone for a little while. Changing the lineup too much. Giants, Rockies. Hawk, you taking that one?
Nope.
All right, next game up here is the Red Sox versus the Angels. Sonny Gray is 9-1 with a 2.69 ERA in shitty Boston. Okay, give me the Red Sox over the Angels. Craig?
Yeah. Give me Sonny Gray. Yeah.
Hawk?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Boston as well.
I didn't know he was pitching that well, by the way. The Marlins against the A's. Sandy Alcantara's on the mound. Give me the Marlins. Craig?
Yep.
Hawk?
Did Craig say he's taking Miami?
Yes, he did.
Okay. I'm just trying to decide between this game and this other game if I want to take it. Yeah, give me Miami as well.
All right, each of you have one game left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, I'm done.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, I only got 9 for you. We'll go back over it. Hold on, let's get the last ones. The Brewers at the D-backs. I've always told you guys I'm not betting on the D-backs unless Zach Gallen's on the mound. He's not. Give me the Brewers. Craig, you playing that one?
I thought I had 2 left too. Yeah. Go ahead and give me the one.
And you could take one off. We'll go back over your list, and if you want to change something because you guys didn't get to see the list, I get it. Hawk, you want to do the Brewers? Or you want to play this game?
No, I'm not going to play this game because I have 10 already.
All right, and then the last one is the Padres versus the Dodgers. I love Yamamoto. I'm taking the Dodgers over the Padres. Craig, you don't have any picks left, but I'm going to tell you what your picks are. You got the Pirates over the Nationals. You got the Yankees over the Twins, the Reds over the Orioles, the Guardians over the White Sox, the Rays over the Astros, the Braves over the Mets, the Phillies over the Royals, the Red Sox over the Angels, the Marlins over the A's, and the Brewers over the D-backs. Do you want to change any of your games?
Yeah, I want to take Cleveland off. Take
Guardians off,
and give me the Dodgers.
and give you the Dodgers. I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Hawk, this is what I got for you, bro. Pirates, Yankees, Mariners, Reds, Rays, Braves, Cardinals, Red Sox, Marlins. That's only 9.
Okay.
Who'd I miss?
Okay. So I have Pittsburgh, New York. Yep. Stop me when you hear something that you didn't write down.
Okay.
Seattle.
Yep.
Reds.
Yep.
Rays.
Yep.
Atlanta.
Yep.
St. Louis.
Yep.
Philly.
There you go. Phillies. All right. So do you want to change any of your picks?
Oh, I'm looking at that.
Because the Padres-Dodger game, Yamamoto's on the mound, the Brewers D-backs. I just find those are pretty easy games. I'll just give you a chance to think about that for a minute.
I think I want to take the.
Think that out. Let me tell you my picks here. I'm going with the Nationals, the Yankees, the Reds, the Rays, and the Braves, the Phillies, the Red Sox, the Marlins, the Brewers, and the Dodgers. Hawk?
Yeah, I think I want to take the. I want to take St. Louis off, and I
Take
want
the
to,
Cardinals out.
and then I'm gonna add the Brewers there.
Good choice. Good choice. All right. So that'll make you Pirates, Yankees, Mariners, Reds, Rays, Braves, Red Sox, Marlins, Phillies, and Brewers. Craig, tell people how to find you. And, if you want to say anything great about America, it's been 250 years, our birthday today, go ahead and do that.
What I want to say is just take this time, take this holiday time, and I think we talked about it before, with your family. Yeah, we've been here for 250 years, and some of us have opinions about it, and some of us have different opinions about it. But family's always going to be there. So anytime you get some special time, some holiday time, or just free time, take some time.
Hawk? Excuse me.
Yeah, for me, it's really about like, especially 4th of July and like New Year's is PTSD awareness is very important to me. We get real crazy with fireworks and all that type of stuff, but there are people like myself who can't be around that type of stuff and can't and struggle to sleep when that type of stuff is going off. And it's just a reminder that like, hey, have fun while it's fun, but like don't be one of those people that's popping off at like 2 o'clock in the morning doing all that type of stuff, because like there are people out there that really struggle. And then like I don't really give two craps about dogs, but dogs struggle too, with that amount of noise and stuff like that. So just be conscious, be respectful of the neighborhood that you live in, the area that you live in, because there are people that struggle with that type of stuff. So have a good Fourth and party it up.
Well said, Hawk. I think people, I don't want you to say you need to be conscious of it, but like if you got a military guy next door like I do, we went outside on the porch last night, had a cigar at about 10:30, and this is why we did it. He called me up and he said, Dave, I just don't want to be alone right now. My wife's still at work. She's a nurse. Can we just go outside? These fireworks are killing me. And you can visibly see, like, think about guns and bombs. That's what he's seeing, and he's reliving these moments. Mm-hmm. So have a little compassion, even though you don't understand. I don't understand anything he's going through. I had to get shot at. I had bombs around me. But I just sat there and smoked with him. I don't even remember what we talked about. And that's what it should be. Have a little compassion. And this is the other thing. God gave you 10 fingers. Let's wake up with all 10 tomorrow. All you rednecks out there that look like me, stop. Stop. Your kids do not want to see you hold bottle rockets and shoot things off that don't belong getting shoot off and wiring things and tying it to this and tying it to that. Be safe tonight.
No Jason Pierre-Paul out here, okay?
And remember another thing. When you stand those fireworks up, there is a chance when you light it as you're running away, which you don't have to run away. You don't have to run. They'll mix long enough. Don't hit that firework with your lighter on your way by because it'll go sideways. Get Money Sports here, DC. Enjoy a hot dog. Enjoy a hamburger. We'll be back next week.